your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with your general tarot reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2023. Go listen to Fast Times by Sabrina Carpenter. That's how it feels. Fast times and fast lives. These are fast times and fast lives. Damn it, how does that? Closed eyes and closed signs we couldn't see it. Or outlines by bedsides. Give me a second just to forget I ever really meant it. That song has been like, that's probably going to be my #1 song of 2023 or 2020. Yeah, 2023. But Mars in your sign. Whew. Please comment below. Let me know how Mars in Cancer has been for you. Mars in your sign. Mars leaves on May 20th. So be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Y'all already know Patreon gets everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. For free shit, check out my Instasham at justj_everything, TikTok at justjeverything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. All the links are in the description box below. So, be sure to check out the Gemini season astrology video. That's going to have all the important astrological dates. We drink. Y'all sipping on something. Smoking on something. Light it if you got it. Hydrate. I've got water here as well. For the squares. Y'all know I don't really drink. I don't know. Sun's out. I feel like I'm just like, I'm not in Florida, but my Florida girl is coming out. Light it if you got it. And Mars leaves, you got Venus. As I'm filming this, Mars and Venus are in the sign of Cancer. And it's giving. I don't know, whatever it is, it's giving for you specifically, but it's giving something. There's definitely this like oomph. Put a little oomph in it. Shout out Jagged Edge. That was random. So, let's go ahead. Get cozy, get comfy, and take some time with me as we create a safe space for our benevolent for my benevolent ancestors. I'm not channeling y'all's funky bald-headed ass ancestors. I'm not doing that. Y'all was stressing me out. So I'm just asking for my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you, welcoming you in, and providing us with the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2023. Just saw 3:33 on the clock. We're co-creating, baby, and the Empress number 3 is staring at me right here too. Ooh, Jesus. Are you trying to get pregnant? Maybe some of you are pregnant. Maybe some of you are moving into a higher position. Maybe some of you are getting married or talking about getting married or finally wanting that. My left foot just started itching. So there could be something about traveling, taking business on the road, being on the road, needing to let yourself travel. Even if you're going somewhere local, go somewhere you haven't gone before. Get outside. It doesn't have to be across the country or across the world. Explore your neck of the woods, babe. That feels really important. Get back out in nature. Reconnect with the divine. 4 of Swords as the first card out. So the first thing to be clarified on the Selenite throne, Cancer, is your mental foundation, your relationship to your current thought process is coming up. Yeah, Page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. There is some sort of reinvention of self that is generated by way of a new thought process, a new way of thinking. I feel like for some of you, there has been a lot of disappointment. There's been a lot of heartbreak. There's been like some kind of, for lack of a better phrase, some proverbial come to Jesus that I feel like you've been having, where you're really needing to figure out like what's your relationship to the God of your understanding. Mars in your sign, I feel like, has provided this kind of, Mars doesn't fuck around. Mars is like, let's fucking go. And Cancer, like y'all are snappy too, but I feel like most of the time you kind of want to like ease and tiptoe and like finesse your way into things, and Mars is like, let's chop, motherfucking chop. And I feel like there's been a lot of clarity, or things that got cut off, or things like suddenly ending. So you are ruled by the moon, baby. Like, well, Cancer sun, at least you're ruled by the moon. If you have a Cancer moon, even like worse kind, worse, where it's like you are really ruled by your emotions. And the moon has been like caught up in all these eclipses. And it just feels like you are building a new, like in Gemini season, you're building a new relationship to thought, thinking your thoughts fully, so that you can like process the information before your feelings come in and muddle everything up. I feel like there is something here about stillness, quiet, getting horizontal, resting more, getting, also like building like a safe or sacred space. I feel like what's going on with your relationship to meditation, what's going on with your relationship to the divine. Maybe some of you are spending more or less time in church, creating a different kind of church experience for yourself. Like you having, that's something that I feel like is really important to me. Like I take a little bit from everything. I remember like one of my favorite class in college was world religions, and like I have like a little sippy sip and little razzle dazzle from so many different belief systems that I culminate into my own shit. And I'm not religious, and maybe some of you are like leaving the church or getting out of like a religious mindset. Maybe some of you are realizing that there's still like some kind of dogma that's like running your life. But I just feel like there's heartbreak, there's pain, there's disappointment, and you're needing to really allow yourself to get still so that you can heal. The Four of Swords is the proper response to the Three of Swords, which is like the quintessential heartbreak card. That the heart with the three swords in it. Everybody thinks like when heartbreak comes in, oh, you go get fucked up with your friends or go get under somebody to get over somebody. But no, this is the proper response to heartbreak, to pain, to confusion. There is some sort of lesson that is learned. You learn how to extract the wisdom from the pain when you're in a still, quiet place. And the divine moves and interacts with you in still, quiet, reverent spaces. The Holy Spirit doesn't just dwell, like doesn't come and interact with you in when you're doing back alley shit, but it's always there. Like that energy is always there. But to have these like intense like spiritual experiences, you got to go into the desert, you know what I mean? And not literally, I mean like think outside the box. But I feel like there is a new foundation in the realm of your mind that's being established, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You may have been really tired, really drained, and like not feeling like, doing much. You thought that maybe you got Mars and everything was going to be like all like, high speed, fast times. And I think the fast times comes once Mars leaves for some of you. But I feel like there's been a lot of like downtime, or there needs to be more downtime, whichever spectrum, like into the spectrum that you fall on. But there's been a lot of thinking, or there needs to be a lot of thinking. And damn, Four of Swords with the Queen of Swords coming out. That's the Five of Swords with the World on the bottom of the deck. It's giving a heavy Aquarius energy. So there may be somebody, I feel like your relationship to someone with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements, maybe even Capricorn, but this feels like Aquarius. I mean, this is Aquarius. your relationship to them are changing, but I also feel like Mars left you with a gift. And the gift that Mars is leaving you with is like assertion. You being able to like understand way more clearly what your boundaries are and how to assert or implement or enforce your boundaries. I feel like there's something here about you being direct. You needing to really be fair, honest in all your dealings, allowing yourself to be just really speak plainly. Stop trying to be nice and, like nice is nice only, I don't know. I don't really, I appreciate polite, but I don't require nice. And some of y'all like prioritize niceness in a way that just really feels insecure. So be careful with that. And also there just may be people around you that you feel like you have to tiptoe around. Like it's time to address this stuff. I feel like there may be somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements that's coming in, or someone, they don't have to have those placements, but someone that's very, like, tell it like it is, say it like it is, someone that's very maybe witty or astute or very intellectual is coming in and is playing a powerful role in your life. I feel like you are needing to transmute your pain into power, and this is where that happens. That transmutation happens in stillness and quiet, in direct commune with the divine, in direct reverent places. So create like clean your house, tend to your shit, create a safe space, energetically clean your house out, and clean your house out. This is your house too. I also feel like there's something here about like powerful conversations. There's a lot of clarity that wants to come in Gemini season for you guys. No more like being vague and like some of you are maybe dealing with people who have been like ambiguous. There's like ambiguity going on here in some sort of way. And it feels really important to like understand that you part the clouds in your life with effective communication. You create clarity by way of like prioritizing your truth over everybody else's comfortability. And I feel like that is a really safe space for you to be in Gemini season. It feels really important for you to be direct, for you to tell it like it is. Telling it like it is and being direct does not equate to being a bitch or being an asshole. You know what I mean? You do not have to be a dick about it. Like you just, I feel like, are needing to learn how to need to soften the blow so much for everyone else. It's just like it inadvertently means like you don't trust them to like be able to handle like their shit or handle your truth. Like I feel like there's just like a need to really work on investing in developing your vocabulary, developing your intellect, developing your communication skills. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, y'all can do this thing where, because Cancer is the mother, there is this like, I do everything for everybody and nobody does anything for me. And it's just like, yo, bro, all you have to do is ask. All you have to do is say no. Like, miss me with the martyr mode. And that's a like, be careful with that. I feel like you can avoid martyr mode by way of being really taking a beat, being real, being introspective before you respond, making sure that you're not so reactionary. That feels like a thing. Like, be careful of being like really reactionary. All right, let's get these all out. Woo! All right, center of the reading is Ace of Pentacles, and then we have the 10 of Wands. Might as well get the last one. Final card, final message for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2023. Wow, it fell all the way down. And I'm going to keep it because I have to. 7 of Wands is the final card. And with the Ace of Wands on the bottom of the deck, I love this. So I feel like this season has everything to do with you getting receptive. Because honey, baby, love, child, if you keep holding on to all these grudges, what that motherfucker did or didn't do, the way that they ghosted you, the way that they didn't respond, how quickly they moved on, or how quickly blah, 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 whatever the story is that you're telling yourself, if you First off, some of you are telling yourself a story and you don't even have the whole truth. Your brain has been looking for pieces and you've concocted some narrative of a crazy story, and this is why this person behaved this way and did this, and that ain't even the story. There's something here about getting comfortable waiting in the unknown, getting comfortable in not having all the fucking pieces to the puzzle. If you don't have all the pieces to the puzzle, then that means you need to set that puzzle aside until the next piece comes. I love you, but if we keep holding on to this narrative, if we keep holding on to the grudges, if we keep holding on to these like terrible ways that people have behaved or treated us, the ways that you felt excluded, the ways that you felt betrayed or stolen from, if you keep holding on to it, my love, how are you going to grab the new good, the new good shit that the divine is trying to hand you? There is this influx of good health, this influx of physical, spiritual, sexual energy. There's new opportunities. There's new money on the table. There is maybe a new chapter, a new relationship. Maybe somebody with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn placements. It's really important to understand that you have so much that's coming in. You don't have the time. You don't have the time, baby. Oh! Underneath that, I'm going to show you. I'm going to go a little into the plunge for you guys just to encourage you. Underneath that is you, the Chariot, moving forward. But the thing about the Chariot is that he moves forward because he has balanced his light and his dark. He's integrated, not just balanced, but integrated the wisdom from all the Tower moments. And that integration process needs to happen right now. Right now. That's what Gemini season is about for you. And that's what the Four of Swords is about. Hey, it's time to sit your ass down and integrate. It's time to sit down and like really process everything that has been happening, everything that's been going on. Think about it. Pray on it. Talk to the divine about it. Spell on it. Whatever it is that you need to do. This is the most important thing that you can do in Gemini season and for your greatest and highest good. Getting into a prayerful, still, honest place about the fact that there's still shit that you're in pain about. There's still shit that you are upset about. There's still pain that is asking to be transmuted into power. And if you put your little sword down, if you say what you need to say, write the letters, send the message, say what needs to be said. After you think about it, don't do it whenever you're all hot and reactionary and angry. And it's time to figure out what are you, Cancer, what are you, because the thing about the crab, whenever the little claws get locked, you lock on something. And some of you are locked in on a concept about yourself or what you think about yourself or what your identity is. Some of you, what you think that you're worthy of having, the amount of money that you're supposed to be making. You're locked in on something and it just feels like there is so much more that wants to come in. But only one card, all the cards that are out are holding something, except for the Four of Swords, which is the first card out. So if you stay in these positions, how are you going to grab these aces? Baby. There is big change that wants to come in, but the change initiates in the realm of your mind. You are ending Gemini season and starting your birthday season. The divine is begging you to let go of what you think these betrayals were and open yourself up to the fact that they're fucking breakthroughs. After breakthrough. After motherfucking breakthrough. Your wishes get to come true. It's like beyond your wildest dreams. That's what I hear. Right? It's like beyond you can't fathom what this is. You don't know what this is. But you sitting here, because if it's not you, it's me. If it's not me, it's you. We are sitting here just harping on how much this hurts and how did this happen again, and look what they took from me, and now I'm so back and forth and I don't know what to do. I feel like there's a lot of us being put in this position to start to, I haven't even really looked at the Ten of Wands. It's like, we got to be careful. I don't want you out here missing money. I don't want you out here missing opportunities because you're putting all this thought power, heart power, mental power into unpacking later on in the season what you should have been unpacking at the beginning of the season. And this is stuff from 2022. I just saw 2022 on the clock. For some of you, there was some profound pain that took place in 2022. Something that really, really fucking hurt. It may have been some with or about somebody with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements. Maybe even Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. 3 of the 5 cards are air, swords cards. And we are entering a mutable sign, and it's time to like get like the wind. She's like the wind in my dreams. I pull it close to myself. Why can't I think of lyric? It's annoying me that I know that fucking song, and like when they come, sometimes it's like a melody that comes versus like give me the whole fucking lyric. Maybe that's something that you're experiencing where it's like you're having to like maybe you're using more mental power on something than you need to. With all these swords coming out, I feel like it's important to really evaluate your relationship to your logic. When something upsetting happens or when something happens, do you instantly go into feeling mode or do you instantly go into like, what's the logic of this? And what can I learn from this? And blah, blah. Like, and neither is wrong. I just feel like you need to know this about yourself. There's something about like observing your reactions, slowing down, understanding that you need to be accessing your logic and your intuition before you make a move, before you make a decision. So there is this ramping up of your dreams, your intuition. I feel like the divine has downloads and messages sitting there. You got voicemails, ho. You got voicemails in the spirit, ho. That's how this feels. The divine's like, oh, their voicemail box is damn near full. Like, how am I going to give them this message? They got all these other messages that they've been avoiding that they haven't been tending to. Hydrate. I feel like you have voicemails, emails, text messages from God waiting on you. But that's why you've been running. That's why you've been avoiding this, is because you know you got to go like, some of y'all got to go to the upper room. Some of y'all have to, you know what I mean? There's just this like, this very specific devotional kind of place that you're needing to go to in the spirit. And once you come out of that, I just feel like the way you speak, the way you interact, your relationship to your friends, your community, your relationship to your prosperity, your relationship to the divine is going to be changing. The divine has tools that they want to give you. And you need to make sure that you're not turning your back on these new opportunities because a lot of work is required. You know, I just feel like Gemini, there is this brand new Gemini season is going to be bringing in this like brand new relationship to how you exert your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. And I feel like if you tune in and get quiet early in the season, or, you know, you can start to avoid, or you can start to like avoid working so much. Like you don't have to work so much, or there's some sort of like insight or idea or something that comes in where I feel like it ups your efficiency. In your season, you get Mercury. So I feel like in Gemini, Mercury, the planet of the mind. And so you, in your season, I feel like if you start, you can really take off in your season and have things really launch in a very like empowered way. If you start to cut off in Gemini season, these people, places, and activities or behaviors that perpetuate an old, outdated narrative that you're not enough, or that you can't do this, or that this always happens to you, or whatever it is that you always that you keep telling yourself. But there is something here about cutting someone off. And I feel like or trimming the fat in some sort of way. Or maybe telling a truth. Maybe some of you are putting your 2 weeks in. Some of you are quitting. Some of you are, making space for something. And I feel like the divine brings in. Some of you, I feel like there is prosperity for you in orating or speaking and talking to people, teaching. Giving like classes or mentorship or something of that nature. I feel like it's going to be obvious like what roads open. And I feel like center of the reading is just like new roads are opening, and your relationship to receptivity is important. It's time to really figure out what is required, what's necessary, what you want to take with you. It's important to figure out what is causing burnout. How can you start to work more efficiently? How can technology help you work more efficiently? There also may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius that you're feeling kind of like taken advantage of, or you are taking advantage of them, or they're taking advantage of you, or you're feeling like some kind of a betrayal or an anger. Maybe some of you, this even could be like abandonment, or feeling like left out, or feeling a distance. This could be someone wanting to like move out, or someone putting their eggs in a different basket in some sort of way. I just feel like Gemini season is going to show you what to break away from, who to break away from. It's going to be a juicy plunge. But I just feel like these betrayals that you've experienced are bringing up a lot of indecision in you, and you are not meant to be an indecisive person. And so whatever you're going back and forth about, or whoever is going back and forth about you or treating you like an option, no mas, be done. Don't be a groupie, keep it fucking moving. You know the motto. I just feel like there's, in the 5 swords, he's holding 5 swords, and in the 4 of swords, plus the Queen of Swords is 5 swords. So 5 of swords is like shady energy. If something feels off, it is. If someone is behaving differently, it is for a reason. Scratch a lie, find a thief. It's time to understand that like you have a hardwire to the divine. You have an internal success mechanism that is constantly giving you and feeding you information via impulses, and you know the things that you notice, the shit you notice for a reason. Stop trying to talk yourself out of noticing the things that you are noticing about the people around you. And so it feels really important to not participate in any kind of like pyramid scheme, or Ponzi scheme is what was the word I wanted. Making sure that there is no get rich quick. Don't try to skim or do things, skim things off the top, or don't do any shady deals. If you get invited to do something and it doesn't like legally feel okay, then like don't fucking do it. Don't do anything shady. But also no one can hold a grudge like a motherfucking Cancer. So I need you to like watch that, because you holding a grudge is you're going to create a fucking cramp. And then that cramp leads to arthritis. And then that, you know what I mean? It's like it gets worse, and repressed emotions are how physical ailments manifest in the body. So it's funny. I had a client that this came up with yesterday, and she's a Pisces, and she had to get shoulder replacement surgery. And I was just like, I need you to know that this is you're still doing this, if you get these new shoulders and you don't stop carrying everybody else's fucking weight, in another 20 years, you're going to need new shoulders again. So understand, like, all of the stuff that she was carrying, she's like a mother of, 3 and a stay-at-home and, like, all this stuff, and she's just got everybody's shit on her. That shit starts to manifest in your physical body is all I'm saying. And if you don't take the time to observe, next thing you know, it's like I'm fucking hunched over, and I play with it if you want to. Whatever grudges or whatever things that you're not saying, you have to figure out how to say them. You have to figure out how to articulate them. We don't have to contact, abusers or people that are toxic for us to, in order for us to get closure. But I do feel like there is something here about stop trying to act like you're not hurt about something. You're fucking upset and you need to address this. And I feel like it's easily addressed by way of being direct. And if you are brave enough in being direct and honest and fair, and you prioritize your truth in a polite, direct way, you will be rewarded. Quit playing with it. Let's get into it. I'll see you over on Patreon. Patreon.com/justjeverything.
For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.